Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos for you every Tuesday. Today's video is my top 5 goal planners for 2021, and then I have 5 runner-ups too. This goes along the theme of my top 5 daily planners, which came out at the end of 2020, and my top 5 weekly planners, which came out at the end of 2020. That top 5 daily planners video always ends up being my most popular video of the whole year. So I am going to post those links down below of my other top 5s for 2021. And this year, I do have it in my plans to get in all my top 5s before the end of the year. This one it didn't fit. It didn't fit this year, but I wanted to make sure to do it because there are so many good planners out there that incorporate your goals and your wellness into it. And I feel like a few of the ones that I am throwing into this review are not well known and are little gems in the planner world and therefore hard to find. So let's jump right in. My top 5 are in no particular order, but number 1 is going to be UnBound. UnBound is a planner I have 2 reviews up on here on YouTube, but I do not have the 2021 reviewed yet. I will link all the reviews down below to all of these planners because we are not going to do a full walkthrough of the planners today. We are just going to hit on the high points of each planner to introduce you to them. Then I will link my reviews down in the description, as well as any discount codes or affiliate links that I have down there in the description also. If you are purchasing from any of these companies that I have affiliate links from, it really helps me to be able to keep up my content creation if you use my affiliate links. So if my content helps you, that is the way that you can help me to be able to continue. You're just clicking through my link to get to their website. That shows them how many people I am bringing to their company. That helps me to be able to get their planners to review, and I also make a small percentage of the sale. So thank you for supporting my channel in that way. I also want to mention before we jump in that I have a new Patreon page where I already have a couple videos up. I started it a couple months ago, and to get an extra monthly video, or sometimes I do a Zoom call, you can jump over there and support me over on Patreon. All right, let's jump in. UnBound is a planner that is a weekly bound planner. It is pretty thick, but it's still portable because of it being a bound book and the size. It's just like a big novel. What I love about this planner is before every week, so you have a weekly vertical layout, and there are not huge changes from the 2020 version. Go ahead and check out that review, which I'm going to link down below. And hopefully eventually I will get up a review of the 2021 here on YouTube or on IGTV. You have a vertical layout right here. You have like water tracking, vitamin tracking, did you work out tracking on your week. You have gratitudes on your week. You have your meals on your week. And then before every week, you have a layout to help you be successful. You have daily habits. You have things to do broken up into easy tasks versus bigger tasks. You have your weekly goals. You have your weekly priorities. They give you some reminders like review last week's progress, review monthly goals at the beginning of every week, and add repeating weekly goals. And then you have a page for weekly reflection and notes here. So any insights you gained, like what challenges did you have? What successes did you have that week? I love this layout in this compact book where you get all this laid out for your week to keep you successful and on track. You get 2 ribbon page markers, and in the beginning, you get a really nice goal planning section walkthrough with lots of direction. So it's not just that your goal planning is thrown in between your weeks here. They have an entire goal planning prep section up front here to plan out your goals, map them out. You get a year at a glance tracking here for anything you want to use that for. You get seasonal lists, project plans, your goal breakdowns. And then on your monthly views, let's find one of them to look at. You also are checking back in with your goals, monthly goals and tasks. They are checking in on your month, on your week, on your weekly setup reflection pages, and then on your weekly pages themselves. So this is UnBound Planner. It is a small company run by a husband and wife team. I really love to support those type of companies. They make a quality product with a linen cover that is coated, that will slough off water. Very well made. I love this mustard color. They offer it in many formats. They offer it in undated. They offer it in a PDF file, I believe. So definitely check out all those formats if you are interested in this. UnBound planner. Number 2, like I said, my top 5 are in no particular order, is Makselife. There's no way I could do a top 5 goal planners video without having Makselife in it. It is only the second year for Makselife, but it is a stellar planner. So this is like UnBound in that your complete goal planning system plus your weekly planner is combined into one book. With Makselife, you have a whole extensive, and I don't mean extensive as in long or complicated, but you have extensive goal setting helps like directions, guidance, all up front in the prep work. Then you have prep work pages. And then you go into creating your annual goals, which are your yearly goals. And you run them through in these categories, which are color coded. You have a vision board page, and then you have your monthly layouts. Then every month you are checking in on those annual goals in the 8 categories. So your 8 categories and the color coding runs throughout. You're checking in monthly on what goals you want to focus on monthly in any of those categories. Then you have weekly check-ins. So every week you come here and you check in on those categories. You have a page to use for reflection on your last week. If you so choose to use it for that, they give you some questions that you might want to reflect on that they recommend, or that Sierra, she's the creator of this planner. She is a life coach for many, many years, like 15 years plus, I believe. She was also in the planner world herself. For many years, she ran a big planner account on Instagram, and she took her love of planning and her love of coaching and combined them into really the most amazing goal planner and weekly planner combination if you want it all in one. And the reason she did that is because she says you must be in your goals every single week, looking at them, reminded of them, of those little action steps and habits that add up. And if your goal planner is separate, then it is harder to remember to be in it every week if it's separate from your weekly planner. So she made this combination, but she does also offer quarterly little booklets, A5 size, so you can keep them in booklet form or you can bind them like disc bound. You can do what you want with those, but she does offer her goal planning system separately if you have a planner that you just love and you don't want it combined and you don't want her planner. So she does offer that. But this was her first product to come out with. You get to choose between a vertical layout or a horizontal layout. Of course, I have a full walkthrough video of both of those and of this entire planner. It really is one of my favorites, just my favorite planners. It's one of my favorite planners, but it's also one of my personal favorite goal planners. I love having the weekly habits. I love how she's designed the vertical and the horizontal layouts. They are very clean. Sticker kits fit on here. There is a color every month, but it is very subdued. Like here's March and green, so that it's not blaring if you want to add your own color of the month, your own color coding, or your own stickers. That is a look at Makselife. I do not have a discount code, but I do have an affiliate link for Makselife. If you make a purchase, I would be so grateful if you used my link if my videos have helped you. And of course, I will link the full review video with both layouts down below. It comes with a band on the back also to be convenient if you are taking it with you and on the go. She sells a set of 3 bookmarks, which can be used over and over every year. I absolutely love them. I should have mentioned those. So if you grab the Makselife, I would highly recommend grabbing the set of bookmarks. They snap into any O-ring planner. So if you have another O-ring planner that you just need bookmarks with, but hers are labeled monthly goals, my vision, and the week that you're on. So you can place these where you are in the planner. I actually did use Makselife for 6 months in 2020 myself. I have a comparison video of PowerSheets and Makselife here up on YouTube, and I will link that down below too. I wanted to be using both of them to be able to do a really good comparison. And so I've used PowerSheets for 2 years, and I used Makselife for 6 months, so I could do a really extensive comparison from someone who had actually used both. Number 3 of my top 5 is InkWELL Press. InkWELL Press has out a goal setting planner insert. So this whole insert covers your entire year. Now, you can choose to put this insert in a separate book, like I have in one of their separate books. Because it's a disc bound, you have a lot of flexibility. So this is an entire intentional goal planning system for the year. InkWELL Press has 140 GSM paper, which equates to 95 pound, which is amazing. As you guys know, I don't know any other planner with that thick of paper. It is a pretty smooth paper, but not slick at all. It absorbs pen really well. It just feels like gliding on butter. It's wonderful paper. So you have this whole intentional goal planning system. The cool thing about it is you can take out the monthly pages and insert them into your InkWELL Press disc-bound planner or any other 7x9 disc-bound planner that you're using. If I was using that, what I would do is pop out the monthly pages each month, put them in the month that I'm in my InkWELL Press, and to be able to have those right in my weekly planner with me to check in on. And then when the month is over, pop them back into the goal planner to kind of archive them and have them for the year. So I love that flexibility. Or if you don't want to be popping them in and out, or you don't use another disc-bound system for your planner, then you can just leave them all in here as a goal planner. If you are looking for a bigger goal planning system, such as Makselife has, PowerSheets has, I would say the 3 bigger goal planning systems are Makselife, PowerSheets, and InkWELL Press that are in my video today. All of these planners help guide you through your goals. Those are just the most deep, have the most instruction, the most to do every month with them, really, the most check-ins. You're not just going to be filling a few things out. You get all the instruction and prep work up front here for setting up your goals for the year. And I do have a full review of this up on YouTube, and we'll link that down below. Then you set up your goals for the year. They give you tips, they give you guidance all throughout. You're going to set up all your goals. For every goal, you have an action roadmap, and you have a goal page. Those are all your goals for the year. You can have up to, how many come in this pack? 12, I think. Of course, I always say that doesn't mean that you have to have 12 goals. Then every month, these are the pages you would pop out and put in for your months. You have a January checkpoint that you're going to fill in. You have a January focus, and you have room to track 3 habits here. So you could either track 3 more habits, because you already have 3 habit trackers in your InkWELL Press planner. Or if you are using this in conjunction with another planner that doesn't have habit trackers, they are giving you the habit trackers. Or if you're just using this alone, not with any planner, they are giving you the habit trackers. So they're not assuming that you are using their planner already with the habit trackers. This month's accomplishments, so you kind of have a January download page and then a notes page for January. So that's it. Every month you have these few pages, a January checkpoint, January focus, January download, and a notes page, and then you go into the next month. And throughout here, you're going to have quarterly check-ins. Same with Makselife, you have quarterly check-ins in there. And you are going to have, at the end, a year-end review and thinking about your goals for this year. Did you accomplish them? How did they go? Reviewing those and thinking about next year's goals. So this is the InkWELL Press system. I love that it's flexible to go in with any other planning system. Being disc bound, you can use it separately or insert it. I do have a $10 off if it is your first order with InkWELL Press. That link is down in the description. You have to sign up for an account, and then they will email you a $10 off coupon very quickly. And I am also an affiliate with InkWELL Press. If you're making a purchase, my link will be down there also. All right, number 4 in my top 5 goal planners is PowerSheets. I could not do a top 5 goal planners without PowerSheets. They're just one of my personal favorites. I have used them for 2 years. Let's jump in. This is an intentional goal planner that does not have a weekly planner with it. So this is the only one in my top 5 that does not have a weekly planner with it. So you can use any weekly or daily planner that you are already using. This is only for your goals. PowerSheets is a lot like Makselife in that it is a full intentional goal planning system where the company offers you a lot of free support. They offer you Goal School when you buy a planner. That's new this year. They have a lot of blog posts, podcast, constant support on their Instagram. So they are always there to walk you through, support you, give you ideas, lead you, and guide you. They have tons of video content, lots of instruction, and helpful tips. So you are not being left alone. If it's like your first time using a big goal planner, there's a lot of guidance. I love that PowerSheets are bright, colorful, happy. They make me want to use them just in that aspect of it, but it is also just a really stellar system. They've developed a really good system. So you put that, you have the beauty combined with the functionality, and I love that. Every PowerSheets comes with a page of stickers. You have lots of guidance from the team all throughout. So every page, this is your prep work. You have a lot of prep work up front, but it is not complicated. Just take it page by page. I recommend reading through all the prep work first before you start, kind of like a story, reading through it from start to finish. I give a lot more advice on that in my PowerSheets review video, which will be linked down below. But this is all your prep work and where you come up with your goals for the year. Every goal then has a 2-page spread with your action plan on it. You have a yearly overview, and then you're going to go into your monthly pages. So in January, they have really nice, thick cardstock dividers, beautiful tabs with gold foiling. Like I said, the whole system is just so beautiful that it makes you want to use it. Every month, you have just a few check-in pages, kind of like the other systems that we looked at, right? And as I'm taking you through these, I just want to let you know that in my mind, I'm thinking I could use any one of these. They are all so amazing. Every single one has really stellar points to it where I'm like, oh, I love that about UnBound. I love this in Makselife, but I like this about PowerSheets. Each one of these systems I could use and I could be successful at. I did a whole IGTV about this, but I always tell people it is not in the planner. The power is within you. The planner is just a tool that helps us, motivates us, guides us. But honestly, any of us could accomplish any of our goals with just a notebook and a pen. It's all in our mindset. We have to do the work, and these planners won't do the work for us. The power is in us. But these are great tools to get us motivated, to help us, and to hold us accountable. And the companies give a lot of great support too. I could be happy using any one of these. You really have to look at what do you need in your life for the season that you're in, how your brain works, also your budget, and take all these things into account and what system motivates you the most to use it, and be checking in almost daily with it, at least checking in weekly and knowing what you're going to work on that week in your action steps or habits. So every month in PowerSheets, you have a prepare well page, just kind of thinking about what you're hopeful about, what you need to get done. Then you have a monthly layout. So even though it is not a planner, it's not an agenda planner, you don't have weekly layouts, they do give you a monthly layout to help you plan out any goals or big projects that you're doing. So this was asked and requested to be put in, and they put it in last year in 2020 for the first time. And I think it's a really good addition to have in there. Whether you use it or not, I think it's a great addition. Then they give you lots of tips on how to make your tending list for the first month, because your tending list is your magic in here, I feel like. Well, it's all wonderful. And honestly, if you don't know what goals you want, I feel like their prep work is almost worth buying the whole thing itself. If you've never gone through anything like this, their prep work is really easy, guided, extensive, and I would say painless to go through for me. But it does cause you to sit and reflect and really figure out what's important to you and what you want to accomplish that year. So the prep work in here is amazing, but the tending list is what you check in with every month. You list monthly action items that you want to get done, weekly action items, and then daily action items. Those are your daily habits. This is on a perforated page, so you can leave this open somewhere where you can check in with it, or you can tear it out. Many people tear it out and they even washi tape it in their planner, kind of fold it in half so they can be checking in on it all the time, or put it in a pocket in their planner, or stick it up on the fridge. Or I've done a clipboard on my desk before. So because it's perforated and made to be torn out, there are lots of different options with that. You have a brainstorm your month, and then on the back of your tending list, you have a month in review. And then I would come in when I tore mine out and I would tape mine back in the month with washi tape. Like on this month, I would probably just tape it on the back of the January tab, tape it back in here. I like to keep it with my PowerSheets, tape it back in on the monthly tab. And this is beautiful, thick 80-pound paper too, and so much color throughout. And so that is how your months flow. Every quarter, you do have a quarterly check-in on here. And it's called your quarterly refresh. That's changed a little bit from last year if you used them last year. So you have a quarterly refresh to recheck in with your goals, and also a chance to change your goals, to abandon some goals that are not making sense anymore, because life changes quickly. And sometimes those goals that you made in quarter one, you realize they need to be changed or even taken off the table altogether. So every quarter you have a chance to refresh your goals and make new ones, or kind of tweak the ones that you already have going. After your quarterly refresh, you just go straight back into your months. So that is your basic how PowerSheets flows, and you have a little year-end review. And my full PowerSheets review will be down in the description. I do have an affiliate link for PowerSheets. I do not have a discount code. PowerSheets does usually always sell out by sometime near the beginning of the year, but they also offer an undated 6-month option. It's the exact same layout, the exact same prep work, but your calendar is undated. Your tabs are not labeled. It's an undated 6-month option. I do review that in my full PowerSheets video also. All right, number 5, last up in my top 5, but not least by any means, is Passion Planner. I'm showing you the daily and the weekly. We're going to look at it in the weekly, because you can be using either one, and they take you through their habits and their passion roadmap in the planner, whether you're using the daily or the weekly. The daily only comes in the A5 size. The weekly comes in 3 sizes. I will link all my Passion Planner review videos down below. If you need a bound planner and you need a timed weekly layout, this might be the one for you. At the front, you do not have long, extensive goal planning setup, so it is not like PowerSheets, Makselife, even UnBound, InkWELL Press. This is the one in the top 5 that has the least prep work. It's not going to help you dig as deep on your own. You're going to have to kind of know about goal setting, I feel like, and maybe have done it before. So the ones in my top 5 that dig the deepest and are really full intentional goal planners are Makselife, PowerSheets, and InkWELL Press. And then UnBound has a pretty good extensive guidance system up front in their prep work. And so the least guidance in my top 5 is Passion Planner. You have a Passion Planner roadmap to help you think about where you want to be in your life 1 year away, 3 years away, 3 months, and for your lifetime. And they do give you guidance here about how to come up with your game changer goal. So the one big thing that you are wanting to work on and accomplish, and they give you guidance, and you check in every month and every week there. On your months, you have personal projects and work projects. I see those as building in goals also, because you're going to build those in here. And they're saying top priority and your due dates on those, breaking it down, creating a mind map of this month's game changer goal, this month's focus. And then when you go into the weeks, you have your personal to-do list, your work to-do list. I see those as bringing in your goals, the things you want to work on. Your space of infinite possibility can be for your goals and habits. They give you a full PDF library with a lot of free printables, and one of them is a weekly habit tracker. They also have monthly habit trackers and yearly habit trackers, so whichever ones work best for you. They have a lot of free printables in their printable library, so check it out. When I used Passion Planner for a good 6 months, I have a whole Passion Planner playlist, and you can see how I use mine. I taped in a habit tracker of theirs, the free printable right here, and I taped it where I could also lift it up and use the space under it. And I loved having that habit tracker there like that. And then they have a this week's focus. It is not as extensive as the other goal planners in my top 5, but I feel like it checks in really well with you monthly and weekly and keeps you on track with goals and habits. They also give a lot of support on their YouTube channel and their Instagram for keeping up goals and track habits and budgeting. And they have a lot of notes pages at the back that you can use for all those different things, and they're free printables. And then they have monthly reflections. That is another big part of their goal planning. Oh, and they have a mid-year check-in. So this is your mid-year where you check back in with your passion roadmap and rework your goals. But let's look at just their monthly check-ins. At the end of every month, you have a monthly reflection where they ask you these really thought-provoking questions. I feel like they help guide you. And so this is a big component of their goal planning system. And then you have an end of the month checklist. And then, like I said, you have the mid-year check-in and you have the end of the year reflection too. So Passion Planner really is more than just an agenda with a great time blocking schedule if you need that. Or you can ignore the time blocking, because that's what I did when I used it. I did not use that component of it. But it really is trying to guide you to find your passion in life, hence the name, and to be able to reach your goals. So that is Passion Planner daily and weekly. Now we're going to go into our runner-ups, and we're not going to spend as much time on them, but I'm going to show you each one of them. Just remember, I will link all the full review videos for these down in the description, especially because we're just going to run through the runner-ups really quickly because I've already talked a long time. Goal planners apparently excite me. The first runner-up, in no particular order for the runner-ups, is the ERIN CONDREN Goal Setting Journal. It used to only come in this format, a sewn A5 petite planner. It used to only come like this. This year, they just came out with this new version. It offers you, number one, a really nice coiled A5 size book, but it also offers you tabs, which you can label, because it is not laid out month by month. It's laid out by goals that you're working on. So you could label these with the goal, or you could label them with, if you're choosing to just focus on one goal or habit that month, you could label them with the month. They give you 12 tabs. In this book, I believe you only have 6 goals. That'll be in my full review that I link down below. But this one, you get 12 tabs. So it could be for 12 goals, which could last you more than a year. You might choose to work on one goal at a time. You might choose to work on a couple at a time. This journal, I feel like, is very open-ended and flexible, and I like that about it. It's also very affordable, and you get the amazing ERIN CONDREN 80-pound paper that comes in their life planner for a really affordable price. The paper is not the same in the petite goal planner. This paper is a little bit less. I think it's 70-pound. Not sure if they list this one on their site, but this is not the same paper that is in their life planner, the coiled books. It's smoother. It doesn't have the same tooth to it. It doesn't smell the same. This paper is the same paper that is in their life planner. So you get all that for a really affordable price. They have instructions up front for you here. So some really good guidance, a vision board, and then you jump right in. Like I said, this system's completely different than the other ones. It's not a planner also. It is just a goal setting journal. Every tab is a different goal. You're going to break down the goal into an action plan. You're going to break it down into small steps. And then you're going to do a goal check-in. Whether you check in with it, are you going to check in every week, every month, every quarter, depending on how big that goal is, what are your dates to do check-ins on that goal and what do you need to have done by that date. And so they give you several pages of that. You might not use them all for each goal because each goal might not require that many check-ins and that long to work on it. Like I said, this is so flexible in the way you can use it because it's undated and you could just be working on one goal at a time, or you could label these by months and work on, like I said, one goal a month, or you can work on 6 goals at once. And so this could last you for only 6 months, or this could last you a year or even longer. It's really up to you. So you're just going one goal at a time with each tab. And then at the end, you do have some reflections. What are your completed goals? What are your accomplishments? What habits have you developed? Things that you learned? Celebrating and looking ahead. And each one of these comes with one sheet of really pretty rose gold foiled goal planning stickers. You have the ERIN CONDREN removable interchangeable covers that you can pop on and off and switch out. This journal from JMB Living is like a daily planner mindful journal. It is done quarterly, and I threw this in at the last minute. It was a review that I didn't do until the very end of 2020, but I am so impressed with this. I threw it in. So this is JMB Living Quarterly Journal. This was a review I only did on IGTV, but I'm going to link that down below. You can view my IGTV reviews even if you are not signed into Instagram. You don't have to be signed into Instagram to view it. This is more than goals. This is basically a whole check-in on your wellness. So it is for mentally, emotionally, socially, and they're wording things differently than a typical goal journal or planner. You're checking in on different categories: spiritual, relationships, abundance, health, growth, and fun. And then you have a page per day checking in. You have a habit tracker one to make and one to break every month. You have constant quotes, challenges, reminders. It's all about living with the season, living very slowly, living very intentionally. If this sounds like something that you would be interested in, definitely check out my full review. She gives you lots of guidance up front, vision pages, guidance of how to come up with your annual dreams, which they're calling them dreams versus goals. You do have a monthly calendar, and then you do have daily pages in here. You have lots of challenges and prompts. It's kind of like a magazine, a life coach, a wellness planner, a goal planner, a daily planner, all combined. So if you're someone who wants to live slower, there is a weekly page, one page to kind of set you up for the week. Think about your reflections, what you're going to do that way, being very mindful. I have a 10% off Amanda 10 for JMB Living, whether you are buying a single journal, and they are printed right here in the US. Amazing thick paper. I believe it's at least 80 pounds. I can't remember, but that's all in my review. All my reviews include pen tests and everything about the paper weight. So any of these you're interested in, go take a look at the reviews. It's one of the new products that I reviewed in 2020, new to me, that I am most impressed with. It's just a beautiful way to think about living. Okay, so that's the JMB Living. And don't forget my coupon code, Amanda10, if you purchase one. Next up in our runners-up, I think we're on number 3 of the runners-up, is Kitlife. Kitlife has a weekly or a daily. No matter which one you pick, they have the exact same goal-setting check-ins and aspects. So this is the weekly, but like I said, they have a daily with the exact same things. They have quarterly check-ins here, and then you have a monthly page to think about the month, going into that. Then you have a monthly check-in. It's a 2-page spread, and where you have a lot of habit trackers. If I remember, I think like maybe almost up to 14 habit trackers, monthly goals, habits that support your monthly goals, and then you have some things to think on each month to be a well-rounded person, not just thinking about work or to-dos. So books to read, podcasts to listen to, plans to be social, healthy eating intentions, and fitness and movement plans. Then every week, you have a check-in with gratitudes, self-care for every day, and your weekly goal is up here. So you also have quarterly check-ins. Like I mentioned, you have some beautiful coloring pages. On your monthly tab, that is your welcome to the month, welcome to February. They give you some challenges every month. You can make notes of things that you're going to focus on. And then once again, you have the monthly page, and this is 80-pound paper, you guys. I didn't even mention that. And Kitlife is one of the most affordable planners out of all of these that I've reviewed. For the 80-pound paper, I think it is the most affordable of all these that I've reviewed. And I also have a $5 off code. You can use it as many times as you want off any Kitlife purchase. It's Amanda's Favorites for $5 off any Kitlife purchase, every single purchase. And my affiliate link is down there in the bio. Not in my bio. This is not Instagram. It's down in my description. They have those check-ins on habits. They have those check-ins on monthly goals. They have those things to check in on your wellness, on your emotional state, on social state, because they have plans to be social. They give you different little tips every month under each one of those categories. So it's just a really nice, and this is the weekly, but they have a daily if you need a full page per day. And the daily also works well for journaling, the way their daily page is set up. Their weekly works well for journaling because it is horizontal. Also, if you just wanted to use this as a wellness, goals check-in kind of journaling planner, I actually have a whole Kitlife video about that. Different ways to use it besides just being an agenda or daily to-dos, and I will link that down in the description too. So that is Kitlife. Number 4 in my runners up is InkWELL. This one is very simple, similar to UnBound Planner, but it's not quite as thick, not quite as extensive in the goal planning arena, but still gives you some goal planning. So they have a few goal planning pages up front here, and that's it. Like I said, it's not as extensive as UnBound. UnBound has a lot more guidance, probably has triple or quadruple the pages up front to guide you on goals and goal planning pages. We only have about 3, 4, 5 pages up front here. And then you just jump into your monthly spreads. Every single month, you have your like August goals. This month I will. Then you have a 31-day challenge. So their big thing is for you to focus in on something, one thing for that month. So for the next 31 days, what do you want to do? You're going to commit to that, and you're even going to sign it, and you have a habit tracker to check down here. So their thing is to, even though you might have a lot of things you're going to work on that month, I see these more as like projects and things. This is like your habit or the thing you're committing to for the 31 days. And then you have kind of you can have a reflection here, or they're saying this is a what are you looking forward to in the months ahead page. Every week you have a weekly goals page with 3 goals, tasks, reflect and celebrate at the end of the week, and then review your yearly goals, monthly goals, and your 31-day challenge. So you have that weekly check-in, then you have a weekly vertical spread, very clean, not much to fill out. You can decide how to use it. And then once again, the dot grid, which you can use for reflection or looking at the week ahead. They give you a prompt at the top of every dot grid that you could follow if you want kind of a prompt about what to write about that week. And then your weekly goals, your tasks, your reflect and celebrate. And unless I skipped over them, I do not see quarterly check-ins in here. At the end, you just have an achievements page, a looking back at the year page. So just those 2 pages, and then a few notes dot grid pages. That is InkWELL, and my full review will be down in the description. I do not have a discount code or an affiliate link for InkWELL at this time. All right, my last runner-up for my top 5 goals planners for 2021 is Commit 30. I did a recent IGTV review on this one for 2021, but I do have a 2020 review, I believe, here up on YouTube. I will link them both because it has not changed that much since 2020. Commit 30 is all about committing for 30 days. So that's similar to InkWELL, right? If you come up front, there's not a lot of extensive digging deep goal planning. So if you're someone that wants to just get to the point and you don't want, all that digging deep and questions and reflection, then this might be good for you. You have a My Vision page with all these different categories. What do you want to see in these parts of your life? So you're just going to kind of like write that in there. Then your monthly goals overview. So taking your categories here, looking what you want to happen in your life. What are you thinking you want to work on each month of the year? Because it is picking just one thing to focus on each month and instituting that new habit or working towards that goal for that month. Then you go straight into your month. You have a dot grid notes page. You have motivational quotes for every month. And then every month, this is your 2-page spread to get you set up to work on your goal. You have a monthly goal. You have action steps to get that done. And then this month I did or did not reach my goal and why. Overall, I would rate my effort toward my goal 1 to 10. What are my next steps? Very simple and straightforward. I kind of love this when you don't want to dig deep. You don't want to check in on a lot of things in your life. I think we all go through different seasons and stages, and this might be just the right thing for you at certain times. And then this month I commit to, that's the one thing you're committing to do that month, whether it's just, are you going to get dressed every day? Are you going to work out, 5 days a week? Are you going to, get down on the floor and play a game with your kid every day? So whatever you're committing to that month, in any category of your life, you're going to mark off when you do it every day. Your reward. Commit, plan, succeed. You have monthly layouts and lots of note space. What you're committed to that month is rewritten there. And then your weekly layout. You can pick a Monday start or a Sunday start, and whatever you pick will go on your monthly or your weekly layout. I did not mention that. You also get that choice in Passion Planner. You can pick a Monday start or a Sunday start. You do have a time grid here, but you don't have to use that. It's not obtrusive. It's just there in case you want it. Your day is divided into 3 boxes. 3 other boxes here for possibly tracking things or recording dinner or weather or work schedules. Then this week you are committing to, so reminding yourself right there. And that is basically how Commit 30 runs. They also have a fitness planner. They have a couple other planners. They have a daily planner also. It lays flat really well, so it's another bound option like Passion Planner. It comes with a ribbon like Passion Planner. So I am really a big fan of Commit 30. I feel like it's not that well known in the planner world either. Lots of fun colors, You get a band, Passion Planner, you also get a band. All right, guys, it was really hard to narrow down this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you're using for your planner this year. If you're using anything with the goal planning, let me know what you're using. Or if you are just using a planner and you are not using a goal planner this year, that is okay too. It is okay if we are not using an intentional goal planner. We can still go places in our life. I had fun highlighting these for you. Make sure to check out all those links down below if you saw any planners you're interested in. All those reviews will be linked. All my discount codes and affiliate links will be linked. Any link that is an affiliate link is labeled so that you know that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Happy planning. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.